So now I finally got my hex driver, which really helps with these DIY battery packs from Vruzend. You just snap them together. And so I have 3 series batteries here. There's 2 parallel, and so I'm going to add another series by putting these 2 in parallel and then putting them in series with the rest of the battery pack in this video. So I bought a bunch of these EBL batteries, and they come in these containers, and they got a sticker on there that you peel off before you open it, and then it says void right there, so you know when it's already been opened. I don't know what it voids, but in any case it says void there. So we're gonna pop that open there. That one actually opened not too bad. They're kind of finicky with opening. And let's adjust the camera a little bit. So these are brand new. I'm guessing they are at 3.6 volts. So let's go this way, and they're held in there pretty good right there. And let's take a voltage measurement of them to check how good they're doing. And so I bought them a while, but I'm guessing they're still at about 3.6 volts. So there's a little button up here. These have a small button, and so there we got 3.73, and so that's got the same voltage as the one next to it, and maybe that's what the other ones came in at before. I don't remember, but in any case, these batteries in the pack already, I don't think any of them are that high. There we go. Let's get that snapped. So we can just quickly go down the line, and alright, 3.71, nice. That works out pretty nicely. So this is just a negative voltage because we're measuring it backwards, and then the third one again. So this will be okay putting them in series. We'd like to have them a little closer in voltage, but this isn't too bad actually. And so now to snap them together, you can see here that we have a negative there, comes up here, the positive connects to the negative there, they're connected, comes again, positive to negative there, and then over up to here we have positive. So negative there, positive there so far. We're going to add the negative there, and then the positive will be down here. And so to begin with, we are going to put red next to blue, as you can see here. That's the pattern to get them in series. We want to turn this so the teeth are the same way as these, and actually it will be the opposite of these. So we have teeth there and teeth up there. Here we have slots there and slots there, and then where there's slots up there we'll have teeth down here, and we can plug them in one at a time like this, or connect multiple of them together and then slide them, and this went in pretty well right there. And I had a little trouble earlier. I reshot this scene. Now it is fitting better, but you just kind of keep working at it. Also be aware these are about the same length as the plastic there, so if you did set it on something conductive you'd have to trim these down, and so don't set it on anything conductive. And so we have the battery there, and so that will be red, and we will get the battery out. So that'll be the positive side of the battery. So these ones have a button. We can just push them on there, and you should push them down pretty firmly. And same one with this one. So now it's negative sticking up. You can see the difference. The button there, that's more flat, kind of bumps out, but it's relatively flat compared to the button. And let's push that down a bit right there. So I think that's pretty good for now. Now the blue ones, as I said before, set them in the same direction. So we want the teeth to the right, and then the slots over there. There'll be teeth over there, just like that. And so we can do one or two at a time, but since these slide down, we got to make sure also you got the battery to deal with. So there we go. Got the battery. Have to get the battery and the teeth in at the same time. So I think we finally got that. There we go. And it doesn't have to go in all the way for now. We're going to have to reset this one. So space there, and teeth to teeth there. Alright. Oh, I turned the teeth sideways. There we go. Make sure the teeth line up. There we go. And we can grab the other blue one. Now the battery is lined up pretty good, and they're connected. So let's get, I have this very large hammer. It's a mallet, and I had to get it to break open a geode. And there we go. We are lined up. So let's get the multimeter out. Make sure we have a good connection before we continue any further. And they are not series or parallel yet. They're just floating. Let's find that wire there. Okay, we got the voltage there. It's connecting good. And the voltage there. We have a good connection on both sides. So now we're going to add the bus bar. As you can see, we already added to the ones we had earlier, of course. So we got negative there, comes here. We connect positive and negative to connect these in series. Comes there, we have a series connection. And then so up here, we will have a series connection. But first, let's add this side, our positive side. As you can see, we got positive here, so there's no way we want to make a connection across there. It will go positive to positive there, and that would short circuit things out sooner or later after we connect that side. So let's we already got positive to negative connected there, and let's try to get this lined up so that it slides down. There we go. And we just have a couple nuts. So I have the 5.5 millimeter driver, which works really nice. I'll try to make sure I get these on straight first. There we go. And so with the driver, and I should have bought this when I bought the Vruzend connectors, because this works really nicely. So you do have to turn it quite a number of times. There we go. I can feel it tightening up there, and there we go. So it's that simple to connect them. And that is pretty tight there. So now let's come over here, and first let's get a bus bar. So there's also these bus bars, but there's only a certain number of those. There's a lot more of these, and let's get that on there, and hold off on putting the nuts on there. Double check there. Yep, that's where the positive is, and then we have our connection there. So we'll be making our series connection there, and I just knocked the bus bar off, but oh well. So we will unscrew these two. There we go, one of them is out, and I'm going to be upgrading it over time, and so I want something flexible, something I can start off small and work my way up, and so I'm really excited for this system. So now we'll be doing the same. There is there, the other connection is down there, so we want to be very careful that we never short circuit anything. So right now would be a terrible time to make a connection from there to there, because we already have a connection underneath there, so we will short circuit, and current will be going into one battery and then into another battery, just both of them pushing on each other, and much more current than the batteries can handle. So let's get that started. And so we got nuts on those two, and then let's get them on the other two, and that's all we'll have to do. We'll be done. We'll have a 4 series, 2 parallel battery pack. Pretty straightforward. So what that does is it gives us 4 times the voltage of individual batteries. So when you put them in parallel, they can provide twice the current before they discharge completely. So whatever current one can provide from the time you charge it to discharge it, 2 of them will be able to provide twice as much. And then when you put them in series, then they all provide the same amount of current when they're in series, but you have more voltage. So it's used to increase the voltage. And I didn't tighten these down yet. Just kind of quickly fastening them so they're not hanging around loose as long. Now we will tighten it down. There we go. Pretty straightforward. Tighten down, tighten down. So yeah, not too bad. Now, let's get the multimeter out. And so we already saw they're about 3.7 volts each. So I think that's going to be about 16 volts. And you can see that they're connected there and there. So the positive side there, negative side is there. And we will connect to any conductive area. If we measure it backwards, we'll just get a negative number. Not a big deal. But there you can see we got about 15 volts right there. Well, they are in series. And we can even work our way down the line. So there's 1 of them. And then now there's 2 in series, double the voltage. 3 in series, so 3 times the voltage. And then we come over here and we got 4 times the voltage of a single battery. So that's why you put them in series. You can provide more power, and when you do that, when you increase the voltage, that's less current demands on the batteries when you increase the voltage, as long as the load can handle that. So in any case, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.